Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is another episode of Metal on a Budget with your host, DJ Metal. And today we're checking out a guitar from Wish.com or something like that. Is it any good? So, yeah, is this thing any good? We're going to find out today and even tweak some things on the guitar to make it play a little better. But first, we need to play this thing and kind of get an assessment and see where it's at. It's loaded with an EMG HZ and a Floyd Rose special. It's got like a Telecaster like headstock, maple neck, kind of just your chill kind of deal here. I really like the pick guard on this. It's very cool guitar, and it kind of matches these Layman cabs. Appreciate you, Josh, for allowing me to borrow this guitar and get to know it a little bit and be able to set it up so it plays a little bit better. But we'll have to find out how well it actually plays once I put it through one of my tube amps and see where we go from there. And also, I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button for all the latest content. And with that being said, we're going to run this setup into the 5153, into the 6505 412 cab with the AKG condenser microphone into my laptop to give you the raw, unedited, unprocessed tone. And I think I also bleed some of the room mic as well to give it a little bit more oomph. But other than that, there's no like processing. You get the actual tone. So if you're like looking to get an EMG or anything, this will be a good video for you. If you're looking for like the passive EMG, which I really enjoy. And yeah, so let's go ahead and dive into that and see what this thing's all about. I mean, really, I think it should be a fun guitar. Okay, so after testing the guitar, obviously I found at least one problem with it that wasn't super crazy or anything, but the neck was just a little bit bowed this way, so it was bowing towards the strings. And all I did was take this Allen key here, slide it into the truss rod, and I actually just went down towards the ground. Up makes it have less relief, so it'll actually bow this way. Going down like this makes it relieve the neck, so it bows towards me instead of away from me. And I do think that it helped quite a bit, but I think that it's just more or less that because the neck's a cheaper neck, it they're super small frets in the first place, but I just think fret leveling is an issue because when I push the 12th fret, it touches here at like the 15th fret or the 16th fret, and there's really not much I can do other than like level that fret a little bit, but you can still play it, and it gives it like a unique sound that it's not terrible sounding. So I mean, really overall, this guitar is fully functional, playable. Is it the best guitar on the planet? If you changed out the neck, maybe you could have better results. But the fact that they were able to take such a cheap guitar and use fairly cheap components. I mean, I know this is like 100 and this is like 200 or something for the special. So can stuff like this make a guitar sound good? 100%. I think it sounds amazing. And now that the neck has set for 24 hours, we're going to plug this thing back up finally and give it another test and kind of just see if it helped overall how it sounds or how it plays. I think overall it played and sounds really good without me having to actually do anything. Like I said, just the neck was bowing towards the strings, causing a little bit of fret buzz. But I think that it has definitely helped quite a bit to adjust that and get it back to level and straight as an arrow. If you can see that, but very, very straight. I'm happy with how it's coming out. I'm gonna do more adjustments over time, but on a standpoint of like playing this guitar, live, I would totally do it. Obviously, there's one imperfection here. There's a crack that runs all the way to here. Now, a lot of it looks to be finish, but I don't know how deep the crack is over here, and they put a screw in at an angle to try to compensate that crack. Whether the crack is bad or not, I don't see it flexing. I have had a vintage guitar in the past that had worse um, cracking, and I was able to, work on it and get it to where it was playable again. So, I mean, I don't think this is the worst crack on the planet. It's definitely not a good one, but other than that, it is very fun and a nice looking guitar to play. So yeah, let's check this thing out and see if the minor adjustments improve the playability and tone. And yeah, you guys tell me what you think in the comments. So there you have it. That is the Wish guitar. Is it any good? Well, considering if you got the guitar for under $300, which it seems to be so, maybe give or take, I think it is a very good guitar for the price range, and it really allows you to custom build your own instrument to where it kind of caters to you and what you like. It just so happens that the person that built this instrument kind of took, kept me in mind, not on purpose, on accident, but I really do like a hot rodded style guitar where there's just one single, one pickup, one volume, and then of course you have the trim system on there, and it's really just a super shredder guitar with a Telecaster neck. So yeah, it's a great guitar, and if you can get a build somewhere along the lines of this one, definitely pick it up and try to build one. I know I'm gonna do one in the future for the YouTube channel and video that for you guys and see where that goes. I have quite a few ideas in mind on what colors, things like that. I've had a lot of time to think about making my own personal guitar from like a wish.com or an Amazon guitar build or whatever. uh, Definitely recommend. Yeah, it's not the greatest guitar on the planet. There's some fret issues, but I think if you spend a little bit extra money or get a broken guitar with a good neck, you could slap that on there. I do have a maple neck. I wouldn't mind trying to put on there, but that might be for a future video. We'll see what happens with that as well. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching the series and supporting me by liking, sharing, you name it. You guys are the true MVPs, and I really appreciate it. And with that being said, this was another episode of Metal on a Budget with your host, DJ Metal. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.